Over the last 9 weeks, I took a class focused on organizational leadership. Through this course, we covered several approaches to leadership and leadership theories that focused on succeeding as an organizational leader. This course also gave students the opportunity to volunteer at an organization of their choice, with the goal of observing and assessing different leadership styles, approaches, and traits being used by leaders within that organization to lead followers towards achieving organizational success. This further really helped get a practical understanding of the different approaches and leadership styles that we learned over the weeks. Through the weekly modules, we assessed leader behaviors, skills, and styles, and then how those styles are best adapted to serve the needs of followers and the situation as a whole. We also studied leadership based on interactions between leaders and followers, impacts of leaders' charisma, values, ethics, as well as the impacts of being authentic with followers and themselves. We also learned about servant leadership and how leaders can help followers effectively navigate changes. At the start of this class, we learned that there is no one accepted definition of leadership. After reviewing several ways in which leadership was defined in the past and taking notes from how it was defined within our course material, my formed definition of leadership was the process of motivating and empowering others towards achieving a common goal. Well, however, through the course, I have understood that leadership is not a one size fits all application, and that its use must be tailored in a way that best serves the needs of followers and the situation as a whole. I was also very inspired by the theory of servant leadership and the leader member exchange theory, which deeply influenced my thoughts on leadership, um, leading me to change my original definition of leadership to leadership is the dynamic process of primarily focusing on the needs of followers and helping them develop to their full potential through empowerment, support, and constant nurturing. As you might have noticed, the common goals portion or organizational goals is missing when compared to my original definition. This is intentional, and in my mind, if leaders are focused on relentlessly helping followers grow and serve their needs, that organization's goals and successes will be a byproduct of that effort. So the three most powerful ideas in the course for me were the situational approach to leadership, servant leadership, and adaptive leadership. According to the situational approach to leadership, leaders' behaviors are a combination of directive and supportive behaviors. The situation can be defined by context and followers. This approach really shows that leaders' styles, which are a combination of those two core behaviors, must be adapted to best serve the situation. This model also discusses the needs for adapting leadership styles from directing all the way to delegating based on the development levels of followers within the team. Well, servant leadership, on the other hand, is probably the theory of leadership that resonated most with me. The primary focus of traditional leadership is centered around increasing the business position of the company or organization in the market. In servant leadership, the leader puts followers first, empowers them, and helps them develop to their full potential. In servant leadership, leaders see themselves as servants or coaches that are focused on empowering, supporting, coaching, challenging followers to develop to really their full potential. Adaptive leaders, on the other hand, is different from the other theories and approaches studied in this course. This approach provides followers with a framework on how to adapt and thrive in challenging, changing environments. The primary focus here is on how leaders help followers adapt to changes and help in optimizing their work so that the organization continues to succeed and use change as a tool to get stronger. I currently serve my organization as a release train engineer or RTE. RTE is an agile project management role that can really be thought of as a leader of leaders. In my role, I must constantly assess the development of my team leaders, and actually pick the appropriate leadership style that best suits the situation. Well, the situational leadership is a great reminder that followers are all not at the same level of development, and that I must use different combination of behaviors with them to serve their needs and the needs of the organization and help them develop through those different development levels as efficiently as possible. Servant leadership, in my role, I believe, is the key for me to unlock follower intrinsic motivation and strengthen the abilities of the team and the organization as a whole. Through my learning on this theory, I plan on fostering an environment of mutual influence by making sure that my style of leadership is less autocratic and more participative. Um, Further, a key lesson learned is that success of my followers is actually my success. So, really, not really focusing on how I can get ahead, but I know that I will get ahead if my followers get ahead. So, it's a little bit of a different mindset that I'm beginning to grasp. Um, and that I need to do whatever it takes to put my followers first and then propel their growth and success within my organization. Then lastly, most of the work done in my organization is complex and requires adapting to challenging environments and using creativity and innovation to really problem solve and develop solutions that are top notch and cutting edge. So as a leader, I must focus on making sure that that the team um, through practice really begins to see change as an opportunity to grow rather than a burden. A good way, in my opinion, again, is in servant leadership, is to create an environment of mutual influence, where followers, regardless of where they are where they are in the organization, can pitch in and help us move together as a team rather than a few directing an approach on many. Um, so having followers understand that the reason for change or challenges, so having them really see why we're doing things and why the changes are coming or why challenges are coming, um, really helps in solving the problem. Not only does it decentralize the issue, but they can really understand what's going on and pitch in towards solving the problem. So yeah, that really helps in decentralizing decision making, but also gives leaders the opportunity to develop top-notch solutions that use the power of collaboration and effective conflicts. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank my classmates that, in my opinion, participated really well in our discussions, giving insights into how leaders in their organization are helping strengthen and grow their organizations. Well, I would also like to thank our professor, Dr. Roberts, that really showed a deep commitment in making sure that us students really understand the material by sharing several articles and her experiences in leadership with us, every opportunity she had. Furthermore, this has been the only online class I've taken where the professor made it a point to make it feel like this was more of an in-person class in terms of her interaction with us as students. She often updated video replies of her talking through our assignments that not only really helped us, keep motivated in doing better, but also served as office hour interactions where my learning of the topic, exponentially increased through that interaction. So this made this course as probably one of my most favorite classes I've ever taken. And I'm confident that the learnings from this course will make me more effective as a leader and really help me get better at my role and help me develop others to their full potential and overall make my organization better. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you, everyone.